Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out the Vita Homebrew port of another Metroid 2 remake. Never played the original and I played the one on 3DS for about 5 minutes, so there will be no comparisons to the original game in this one, unfortunately. In fact, I don't think I've played that many Metroid games at all. I've played a few of the Castlevania Metroidvania games, and I think I played Super Metroid for like an hour, but outside of that, I have not played any Metroid games, any of the traditional ones anyway, so yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? So, What? Oh, you've got to be fucking joking! Alright, does anyone want to explain that one to me? So, I quit to the main menu to start up a new game, to start the game from the very beginning at the title screen, and for some reason, it said that I didn't have any bloody save games. God damn, this game is technically broken. I've had a few other issues with it that weren't just that, including the game crashing on me more than once, so the time in-game says it's only like an hour and 20 minutes, but thanks to those 2 crashes and a few game overs, it's probably close. Actually, it's probably more than 2 hours. So yeah, it's not a very technically solid port, I gotta say. We'll go have a quick look at the options before we go anywhere else. Mainly because I want to show off the display scaling. The display scaling is actually interesting because you've got 3 options. 1 times, 2 times, which nearly fills the screen, and stretch. But if I'm being perfectly honest, stretch is actually really ugly. You can also turn on a filter to make everything look a bit blurred, but I think the art looks better with it off. You've also got heads-up display, map, and a bunch of other things that are relatively decent. You can change the sound volume stuff, and the controls in this game are a little bit weird. You can't actually realistically remap them, mainly because, like, you got keyboard controls here, but then you've got joypad settings. Controls that don't look like they're actually for Vita, like LB and LT, RB and RT? Okay, what? That's bizarre. I think the controls are preset to buttons that'll work in this game, or either that or they're just the ones that they don't actually have as shortcuts, because as far as I can tell, there's no button on the controller that'll automatically morph ball you. You have to hit down twice, so yeah, that's a little bit bizarre. So let's just go and hop into my game. It says I'm about 25% of the way through, which I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but whatever. So wait for the musical sting to play through. Don't actually have any audio in, so I can't hear it right now, and I apologize for that, but away we go. Haven't actually been in this area yet, so hopefully there will be some exploring to do and things to kill and all such stuff, because it's a Metroid game and that's what you do. Wow, okay, screw you guys. So, for those of you who don't know what Metroidvania is, it's a very simple concept, or even just Metroid in general, I should say. You are bounty hunter Samus Aran. For whatever reason, she actually gets referred to as Sarah in the menus in this game. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. If you're trying to not tread on somebody's copyright, developer of AM2R, you're not doing a very good job of it. Oh, bollocks. The controls in this game are fiddly, to say the least. Okay, I can go this way. Cool. But yeah, the controls are very simple to understand. X and square are your jump and shoot buttons. You can turn left and right, obviously. You have a morph ball, which you can go into by pressing down twice, and there's an ability you unlock, which eventually lets you jump with it. You can also drop bombs, which you can't do at the beginning of the game. That's also an ability. You're going through the game unlocking abilities at a very fast clip. Huh. That's a little strange. Oh, bomb. Cool. Bounce out of that. And we continue on. The entire game is about finding completely arbitrary secrets like that, I gotta say. You also get some really cool abilities, like this one here, which allows your morph ball to basically stick to any surface, so you can do things like this, which is climb around the area. And you are almost guaranteed to find something up here. Your main weapon is your beam gun, which you can both charge, and the wave beam, which I've got there, actually goes through walls. You can also swap to missiles. Missiles can only damage certain things. Well, missiles can damage a lot, and they can damage things that the beam can't, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, basically you're just wandering around and exploring the place. You're looking for things like Metroids, for example. They call them monsters in this game, but... again, actually, to be fair, I don't know much about Metroid, so again, it might be a... That might have been what they called them in Metroid 2. Sarah might have also been Samus's name in Metroid 2. I don't bloody know, in all honesty. Again, I haven't actually played the game, the original game. But, yeah, basically you have to go around and you have to find Metroids. You also get logs and stuff every now and again. We won't go into that just now, because opening the menu is what crashes the game. I don't know what causes it specifically, but both times I've crashed, I've gone into the menu to check something, and it's gone and crashed the game for me. So, that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, as I was saying, you can wander around like this, and there's a door I need to open, but by the looks of it, I probably don't have the weapon I need. I definitely do not. What about the charge beam? Doesn't do anything. Okay, so I can just drop down here. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, I actually skipped a bunch of things around this way. Thankfully, we can go into morph ball mode and just stick on and make our way through. This entire game is basically about finding secrets. Sure, you can play through well, most of the game anyway, by just looking around and... what the... huh? Hang on. Oh, I need to bloody missile that? Okay. Neat trick. Neat trick. I'm actually kind of impressed, but yeah. It's mainly just looking for secrets like that. Secrets are very important. Everything from the missile tanks and the energy tanks, like you saw right there, to the... I'm trying to stick to the roof, but... okay, hang on. Did I get it right that time? No, I did not. Hang on. There we go. Right. Everything from missile tanks and energy tanks, which will give you more health and more missile capacity, to massive upgrades, like this little magnet power-up that I can use to stick to walls, or something to power up my attacks, or to have me take less damage, or stuff like that. They can all be hidden very well in places like this, so you need to be looking around for as many secrets as possible. Thankfully, the game is quite friendly about it, so... for example, sure, you might not be able to see, like, for example, a hole in the wall, but if you bomb it, or if you attack it, or if you do basically, like, anything to it that will, like, you know, if you shoot it, if you do any damage to a block whatsoever, chances are it will show you what you need to hit something with. So if you find a secret by just generally shooting at it, the game will more or less give it to you at that point. But still, that means that sometimes you might just end up completely missing something. Like, admittedly, I had to use a guide to find the Varia suit in this game because an empty room with nothing on the Chozo statue confused me. Basically, when you walk into a room with a big power-up in it, it's got something called a Chozo statue in it. I actually know that. I'm not completely dumb when it comes to Metroid, but yeah. You walk into a room with a Chozo statue, usually there's a power-up. I should have taken that as a sign to look around a bit more, but no, I screwed it up and I had to use a guide to find it. And there are a lot of secrets in this game. There's tons of energy tanks and tons of tons of energy tanks, tons of missiles, and of course the big major power-ups that you can find. So you need to have your eyes open pretty much all the time, and you need to shoot basically every wall that you come into. Oh god, okay. Here comes the Metroid fight! I fucking hate the Metroid fights, if I'm being perfectly honest. They're the worst part of this game for me. So here's the thing about the Metroid fights. They are very repetitive, and they come up way too often. Like, I get that the entire point of the game is hunting down Metroids, and that's the only way you can destroy them. Get in close and just hammer them, hammer their underbellies with missiles. That's the deal with the big Metroids, that's the deal with the small Metroids. You find a lot of them, you have to fight them all in the same way, and they are legitimately incredibly boring. I'm not entirely sure why they thought it was I'm grabbing onto the ledge, there we go. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to have so many repetitive Metroid fights, but they're honestly the worst part of the game for me, mainly because, I just need to leave. Screw this guy. But yeah, they're the worst part of the game for me, mainly because of their general repetitiveness. Not to mention, you usually have to fight them over something like a big pit. And you have to fight them. There is no way around it, because you do need to find every Metroid in an area before an earthquake happens and you can move on to the next one. That's how they block your progress in this game. There are also mini-bosses which are way more interesting. So there are things like, what are these meant to be? I think if I'm not mistaken, they might be high-speed shoes, but I could be wrong on that one. I'm honestly not sure. Wait, didn't I watch the Railway guys play Super Metroid? I don't remember. Oh yay! Pickup. I assume that this is the high speed. Yeah, speed booster. Run continuously to begin speed boosting. Cool. Yeah, let's have a look for some secrets around here, because they tend to hide them in here somewhere. Nothing? Really? Okay. I need to kill this thing before I can move on. You've got pretty basic enemies that are in more or less every room, and they aren't particularly hard to deal with, but at the same time... Oh. They aren't hard to deal with, but they can be quite annoying from time to time, I must say. How the hell do I... Right, hang on. Okay, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to take this at a running pace like this. Ow! That was me banging my knuckle against my desk. Yes, okay, so that's a major power-up. That will actually help us out in the future, more than likely anyway. You can just die. There we go. Thank you, gun that lets me shoot through walls. Yeah. The normal enemies just respawn every time you walk out of the room and re-enter it. This can screw you if you get knocked out of a room by an enemy. This has happened to me more than once. There we go. Gotchas. Thankfully, all the regular enemies drop consumables. So if you desperately need, can I really not get through there? I guess I have to come back through the other way? Let's just make sure. I'm good at this, I just need to shut up and focus on it. Hang on. Okay, I need to speed boost it. And it sounds like someone's hammering outside. Okay, yeah, I definitely have to come at this from the other side, so... Guess we're heading back. And jumping... Trying to get out of the... Thank you. Right. Okay. Now, how do I get out of this area? Did I not leave myself enough? Oh, great. Right. Okay, I guess I have to... go up the wall like this. The exploration is actually a lot of fun. I'll give the guy, I should say, because I'm pretty sure this is made by one dude, which, considering that he must have made, like, all of the music, all of the sound effects, all of the graphics, and all of the, just, you know, like, all of the gameplay, that's actually really impressive, because exploring in this game is actually a lot of fun, except when you have to find, like, Alpha Metroids, or whatever the hell they call them in this game, monsters. The general feel of just exploring everything and seeing what you find around the next corner is actually really nicely done, and they pace it out pretty well. They give you lots of big upgrades, but they also give you tons of smaller ones as well. So there's always something to find if you want to go secret hunting, which I appreciate quite heavily, because these sorts of games tend to bore me. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, at least the Metroid ones do. Like with Metroidvania, where you're constantly finding new weapons and stuff, that's enough to keep me partially engaged. How the fuck did I avoid all of that shit? What the hell was that? Yeah. The exploration in this game is actually great. Like, with the amount of stuff that you find and the amount of ways there is to find it, it keeps you on your toes. And that's something that the original Metroid games didn't really click with me about. This game, though, seems to have balanced it just right, although this might just be me being a little bit picky for most people's standards. That tends to happen a lot. But yeah, with the amount of stuff there is to find and the amount of ways there is to find it, I have been enjoying this quite immensely. What's this? Space beam. Beam can have a wider... Oh my god. Okay. Are you sure I haven't finished the game yet? Because this is kind of ridiculous. Right. So I'm guessing that wherever I'm going, I have to go back the other way now, but... Oh, damn, I'm wiping the floor with these dudes. Mostly. Technical performance is not great. The frame rate of the game can drop from time to time. The controls stay relatively smooth, but it's still something that's worth mentioning. And again, with the fact that the game's crashed twice on me trying to open the menu, which I should probably do at this point now that I think about it. So yeah, you open the menu here, and here's your map. You can see just how much of the place I've skipped so far. Your time's in the bottom left. You can edit a marker position. So if you need to put down a point to be like, hey, I need to remember to come back here later, then this is the way to do it. Because there are some power-ups you probably aren't going to be able to get unless you come back later. So, you know, that's there if you want it. And you've also got the menu, which again, you can come back to the map. If you hit left, you can access the logs, which will give you things like info on the different monsters and the locations and the different kinds of species. There's the 3 bosses I've fought so far for you. There might be another surprise boss battle quite soon. And here you can choose to resume the game, restart from the last save, and you can also come here to see your power-ups, which I have most of somehow. Okay. Okay. So yeah, easy enough to understand, I think. I hope. What else is there to talk about? Not that much if I'm not using my brain. There we, whoops, no. There we go. Off we go. Blow the crap out of these dudes and make my way back up out the top. There we go. Saving, if you didn't catch it earlier, is simply just standing on top of one of these platforms. It also refills your health and missiles. Very useful, actually. I appreciate that quite a lot. So there's really no reason not to be saving as much as possible, because again, the game has this annoying tendency to crash, so you may want to be saving as much as humanly possible. Let's see what's down here. Okay. Missile door. Cool. This means it's actually... Ooh. What's this? Jump continuously in the air. Are you serious? Huh? It won't actually let me... Huh? Huh. Okay. Sure. Oh boy, that's not great. Oh crap. Oh crap. Okay. So this is a boss fight. I approve. Oh, shit. Shit. There we go. Just try and... Oh, okay. Up and over the top. Cool. So yeah, bosses in this game. Usually pretty big, usually pretty creative. All credit to them. Like, every time there's a boss fight that isn't like a fucking Metroid, I approve of it quite heavily, mainly because, well, the boss designer is obviously quite talented. They are very varied. They are difficult, but not unfair. And, you know, learn the patterns you'll probably be able to go through without taking a single hit, which I approve of. Because, you know, that is actually, like, damn boss design. You have the ability to lock your shots with the R button, so if you're aiming in a certain direction you want to hold that shot, you can use the R button, and L button will just make you aim upwards, like, all the time. If you can tell, I'm doing terribly, but thankfully I've got the Varia suit of like 5 energy tanks, so this guy doesn't do that much damage to me, and I can just repeatedly shoot him in the face. Although honestly, I should probably start playing with a little more care, because am I actually doing damage to this guy or not? Because this is slightly... Oh no, he's moving faster. Okay, that's a good sign. Yeah, he's definitely moving faster. This absolutely means that I'm doing damage to him. I just need to keep up the... Oh, dear. Keep up the... Good whack. No. But yay, health. Lots of it. I'm actually starting to need it now. This is a little concerning because I, Oh, no, I got the save just out there, so... Oh, oh. Oh. Yeah, he is moving really quick now. Let's just try and finish this before... There we go. Admittedly, I might have been a little bit OP for the... Oh my god, no. Okay. Bad. Right. Very bad. Very... Oh, dear. Oh, oh. Oh. Oh, no. Gotta stay out of the spikes. Okay, now this I approve of. A clever boss fight. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Get me out of the pit of spikes and endless doom, please. Oh god. Oh, it's the old Metroidvania thing where getting hurt knocks you back. Can my missiles actually hurt him now? I don't think they'll be able to, but it's worth a try, I suppose. Oh, God. Okay, missiles will hurt him. That's a good sign. Although I probably want to... Oh, no, not again. I probably want to try and shoot those massive streams of bullets he's putting out, mainly because of, oh, Christ. It's these things again. But just get out of their way and shoot him and it's free health and... Oh, God, no. No. Okay, I'm down to my last tank. Not great. Focus. And that's the end of that. Oh dear. Well, that was a quick look at another Metroid 2 remake on the Vita. It's pretty good. Like, I'm actually surprised. Was that really made by, like, one guy? Because if it was, I'm legitimately impressed at how well he could do. The one major part of it that I disapprove of, other than the Monster 2, yeah, I'm guessing Monster is their name for Metroid, but, yeah, other than the Metroid fights and the technical instability of this port, I actually really like the game, so if you... It's actually free to download, but it might be a bit hard to find because it got DMCA'd by Nintendo God knows how long ago. But yeah, it's actually pretty neat being able to play this on the Vita, even though I'm probably not going to play it here anymore just because of how much it crashes, but... Well, there you go. Not a bad game. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.